And hello there you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. My name is Animal Introvert, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look back at the year 2022 on this channel. So, kind of our own rewind. So, let's go ahead and get into it right after the intro. Let's go ahead and roll it, and then we'll get into the first video of the year. So this video actually begins before the year 2022, in 2021, when, with some sick editing, I put together the substrate and false bottom, as well as the layer between, plus, of course, activated carbon, in the 5-gallon terrarium. But we're going to get into that a little bit later. Now, it's actually 2022. For our first video in the year of 2022, we had an unboxing. So we were starting it off with a bang. So we had a couple of things, and we started off with a little baggie and then built our way up to the largest box. So first we have our little baggie, and opening it we could see its syringes and how they attach, and there's a couple of different syringe sizes as well as different syringe tips. So we have this like lighter blue one, this teal one, and this green one, which for some reason in that video I said was brown. We also have not actually 2 but 3. Next we're looking at this box, and we're going to go ahead and open it up, and we're going to see that it's a bunch of stuff wrapped in foil, and it's from Scandinavia. So we have this 5mm glass test tube holder, as long as plus a test tube, some cotton swabs, some air holes or plugs, some other bits that I still don't know what to do, a plug, vinyl tubing, adapters, and that was all in that box. Then we had this box, which once opened, we could see had an Ants Canada Antower Small in it. And this was really cool. It came with also all this other stuff in that box. But now go ahead and looking in here, we got a test tube, some adapters, some plugs, some substrate, and of course the actual tower. Now the tower is really cool because it has the removable lid in 2 different stages. Well, first of all, it has this 2 plugs where you can put either a test tube with an adapter, of course, it doesn't fit on by itself, or some vinyl tubing if you so desire. Next, we also take a look at the smaller hole, which is for if you want to add airflow so that the ants don't actually nest in that area. We also have the removable lid with these micro laser cut holes. The lid actually comes apart in 2 pieces, one of which you just saw, and the other one is a small feeding chute. That is a little thing for the bottom, for if you have a smaller species of ants and you want them to build up against the glass, that's a good way to do it. Also, the red seal is so that a lot of ants can't actually see red light, or so it's thought, and so that's so that they will build up against the glass without stressing out. This is a water tray where you can put some sort of medium that retains water, and that's for hydrating the area. Now, not only do we have 1 of these, but we actually have 2. So this was a pretty good haul overall. On to the next video. I also left y'all with this message at the end. So I hope I can do better this year than I did that year. But next we have another unboxing, this time for the 20-gallon. This was when we got our LED light. It was really cool, with the extendable edges. Really cool, fully adjustable, essential LED light for a 20-gallon long tank. 4 white and 1 blue LED pod, and I still use it to this day. And then we got a quick time-lapse of the unboxing. If you want to skip, the time signature will be down below. Now mounting it and then turning it on, and it looks really nice. And you can turn it so that there's just the blue on, or just the white, or both. It's really nice. Also the adjustability, and it fits really well on the tank. So there it is with the blue on, and I can turn it on and off and adjust the intensity of the blue light. Here it is with just the blue, and now going back to it normal. Next, we had the ant war video. Now this one was pretty cool. We got to see a lot of cool stuff with this video. We got to see how 2 different Terrarium colonies go to war on a pool patio. Also, later on in this video, particularly, I used some of my lenses that I had gotten previously. So I had some new lenses, and I think that they look pretty cool. So here's the lens box, and now with a better magnification, I believe this was a ×2 lens, we can look closer. We can really kind of get in and see how the ants are doing, just in the real quick shot. And now we have these really annoying skinny ones, which is when I use the ×50 lens, the macro lens. And I got some pretty cool shots of them in their respective territories, fighting. Also took some pictures of some bugs, some other ants, Ampy Speedy, flowers. I thought the dead worm looked pretty cool and kind of disgusting. Then back to the war with, I believe, the ×2 lens again, and you can just really appreciate it. And we also discovered that these species can actually make ant rafts, which I thought was pretty cool. And saving an ant raft, you can see this is all the stuff that's on it. And I did this whole the winner is brown colony thing, but then the next night we got like a huge like freeze, so I guess the real winner is the black colony because I named them respectively. Anyway, next video was this one. This was, I believe, just like a general update sort of video. Maybe this was one I hadn't posted in a while. I'm not exactly totally 100% sure. But this was one where I was really at like the height of like my ant collecting. This is when I had all of the, like the bigger colonies. Yeah, so this was an update video, and I'll take you through them. First, we got some Terrarium. We got some Formica. We also have got some of these other ones, the mystery ones. Some Chromatogaster, some Pranolepis, and I also showed you all how to clean a test tube. And also the AC portals, and then putting them back together, and then providing this to one of the colonies. And that colony is, I believe, the Chromatogaster. Also giving them some food. I can go ahead and shut up now, and you all can go ahead and enjoy it. We also had a couple of deaths. This was our Camponotus castaneus queen, and also just some like, all of these ant colonies are now deceased, sadly. I know, really sad. I really enjoyed keeping these ants, and I really hope that this year I can catch some more, especially like Chromatogaster, and look at them, they're so active. But right now, I've just got a small Myrmica colony. So, yep, rip. Of course, we also had this dead queen that I never actually showed you on camera. Now, I'm going to be feeding, I believe, the Formica ants. Also, just cleaning out the test tube a little bit. Oh, I'm going to just do the setup. Putting in food items, all that type of stuff for all of the different colonies. Then, went back, and we got to watch them feed. Got to watch all of them feed. Also, 2 shrimp died. I miss them. And then I gave you all a sneak peek into new stuff. And then 11 months later, from like the first clip I showed you, I made the 10-gallon. So I'll give it over to past me, and I'll step away for a bit. So first we have extended shovel.
Indeed.
With the up from extended ring.
Indeed.
Then we we have a spectral vulture.
Zoom, 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 zoom.
We also have a stick.
Nice stick.
Tweezers. The giant jar. So now, then afterwards, I took all the plants out of the pots individually, except for the Syngonium. I kept that one in the pot because I didn't actually end up using that one. Then we did the hardscape, and when I say we, I mean myself and my friend who helped me out. He was the cameraman. So there all the plants are laid out, except for, of course, the Syngonium. And then we planted them, and I'll show the rest of this process maybe later in the video while I'm talking about a bunch of like stuff that happened. But here it is. Then I added the springtails, and then I did what I think is a pretty cool edit. So here it is. And so that was the 5-gallon terrarium video. Now, I really enjoyed this, but this also has since died off, sadly, but I'm planning on redoing it, trying to keep a lot of the old like scape and stuff in there. But I am planning on redoing this sometime, hopefully this year. Then we moved on to this unboxing video, this nice big box. This was our grow light. This was pretty cool. It's still hanging up in my room right now. As I record this, it's actually shining on my arm. It's nice and purple. And so they can also turn from just blue and just red if you want different types of things. The blue is more for plant growth and the red is more for flowers. So the flowers can pop. And the aloe is also still sitting there. The other plant is dead and is back downstairs at this point. But yeah, so this was pretty cool, and I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for something like this for plants. But anyway, on to the next video. And this was where I got my betta. Say hello to Blue. Yep. So this is the video where I got Blue the betta. So, male betta. Got him from a friend who didn't want him anymore. Surprised he hadn't died yet. And he's just like, hey, you were interested in him when I first got him, if I was planning on not taking care of him, so here you go. And then he gave him to me, let him sit for a little bit, of course, and then, after that, he let out a couple cries for help, and then I put him in there, temporarily. He stayed in there to the very end. Then, I got to work on his tank. His permanent 10-gallon, which is still sitting in that room, in that spot. So I started out with Eco Complete Gravel, and then I moved on to trying a couple different scapes. This one I thought was pretty cool, but then I scrapped it, and then I added some sand. I added way too much sand. All the plants like died because they couldn't reach the Eco Complete with their roots. I don't know if I said roots already. Then I finalized the scape. I really still think it looks really cool. And so, then, moving on, just putting dust over the super glue that I used to glue the rocks and the sticks together. Then I moved on to the planting. I also filled it with the filter on the back. And then there's the planting done. And then I added this, one of these like nature box leaves. And now I made the water, nice black water. And I'm gonna hand it over to Past Self. 15 minutes. I'm gonna get Blue in here. Alright, buddy. Ready? Then later on I added the shrimp. That was a few days later after I went and bought them. And then there's some nice recordings of Blue in the tank, so I'll step away again. And so that was that video. And then I took a break on accident for a really long time. I just procrastinated a bunch. And then I came out and I did the I'm sorry video. Yeah. And I am still very sorry. And this is my introduction. And this was actually my first time including music in one of the introductions before the intro. So then I went back, I looked at all the stuff. We have the 5-gallon terrarium, and I need to add some more springtails. So this is not actually a springtail culture, but it's some algae, and it hopefully had springtails in it. Gonna put it in there. Looks like the Grinch's fur after he takes a shower. And then also, we have Blue's tank, massive plume of moss, and way too many shrimp. Like, I can't look in there without seeing like 10 shrimp just like in like the front. Not that that's bad, but whatever. Then we took a look at the tanks, both the 10 and the 20, and then we took a look at the ants, and I said, guess which one of these is still alive? If you guess this one, you're right. And this is the Myrmica. One of those is actually dead now, one of the workers. So now, time for the end, some statistics. Over the past year, I made 8 videos, 13 shorts, made it to 28 subscribers, 12 of which were from this year, got over 1,100 views, 69 likes, nice, got 31.2 public watch hours, got 10 comments, and hopefully made a bunch of you all smile along the way. It's been a crazy year. With everything that happened over the past few years, life hasn't been the same. But what has been the same is your all's support. Well, not quite. It's grown, of course. So thank you all so much for sticking with me through the past year. And I've got some big things coming, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. But again, I'd just like to thank you all for joining me on this incredible journey through the past year on this channel. And also stick around till the end because I've got some other things. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. I've got some big stuff coming up this year. Like I said, I'm gonna redo the 5-gallon terrarium, or at least, like, fix it up. I've got some other things. Hopefully catching some ants, doing some more unboxings. I'm working on one right now. But yeah, just a lot of stuff. Also, please, if you enjoy the video, like the video. It helps the YouTube algorithm and me with knowing what you all like. And also, please subscribe if you enjoyed this video, because subscribing is 1, totally free, and 2, allows you to access the notification bell. Any longtime viewers would know that I upload pretty sporadically, so the bell is definitely very helpful. Also, please comment down below. I'd like to try doing some Q&A type of things, and also I'm gonna try and do some like weekly vlogs, just like on using shorts of stuff just happening around. So I have some big things planned, and I hope you all will stick around with me for those. Also, please share this video with your friends, enemies, and frenemies, and just stick around to the end. You'll want to. And this year, I also implemented bloopers. Give me this.
Wait, how does it work? So you said there's gonna be bloopers, right?
Alright, now I've got it plugged in. And so we can get to work on... Alright, so it's all plugged in. It's plugged in over there. So now we can do one of these. Hello? Hello? It's plugged in. Ah, now it's plugged in. What the... Are you not plugged in? Hold on a minute. The cone just keeps going around and around and around. Ah, it's kind of funny. Animal introvert out.